Hey everyone, welcome to Mask Monday. I am here with a sheet mask on. This one from BioRace Intense Hydrating Spirulina Mask. And I don't remember if I got this in a subscription box or if someone gifted this to me. So if someone did give this to me, I forgot and I apologize in advance. I said on a previous video that going forward when I get these like in a box or if someone sends one to me, I'm going to start writing on the package so that I remember. So I'm going to do that going forward. I went back and looked at a couple of videos to see if I could figure out who it was, but wasn't able to find it. So anyway, this is the one that I'm doing today. I'm not doing a tag or anything today. I decided instead to do a story time, sort of. I mean, it's not like a super like story or anything. It's just I was going to tell you the story of how I met my husband and our love story, I guess, since it's almost Valentine's Day. We met online through Match.com in 2014 in July. We chatted online for probably like a month or so through their app before I finally was like, oh, you know, he doesn't seem scary. I'll give him my actual number. And then we started texting, you know, modern day romance. And then we finally had a date. We chatted for a good month. So I felt like I knew him already before we even met. And I think he would agree. He would say the same. So we had our first date at Buffalo Wild Wings in July of 2014. And then pretty much, I think we both knew it was something good. Like right away, brought me flowers on our first date. When we were still chatting, he had asked me what my favorite color was, and I said purple. He brought me purple daisies. And I'll always remember that. And every once in a while, he'll buy them for me just at random because he knows how much I like to, you know, that he paid attention to that kind of stuff because not all guys do. And we went out, you know, whenever we could. At that time, he was working a job where he worked second shift. So we really could only see each other on the weekends. So I used to jokingly call him my weekend boyfriend. But we went to a lot of like baseball games and things because he's a big baseball fan of Milwaukee Brewers. We live here in Milwaukee. So I got out a photo album. Yes, I still print out pictures. And these are just selfies that we took, but this is like one of our early dates. I have a funny story about this date. This was our first baseball game that we went to together, and or one of the first ones, maybe not the first one, but anyway, one of our first dates we went on together to a baseball game. We stopped at Subway and got sandwiches to bring, you know, into the game because you can bring them as long as they're wrapped and everything. And I took a selfie. That's why it might have been this game. I don't remember. Anyway, I took a selfie and then I was like farting around with my phone, you know, going to post the picture to Facebook and stuff. And he was already like halfway through his sandwich because, you know, he's a guy and he eats really fast. I open mine up and I take a bite and I'm like, this isn't mine because it had like peppers on it. And I don't like hot peppers. And I looked over and he had eaten half my sub. And I said, wait, stop, that's mine. And he's like, oh, I didn't even taste it. He had eaten half the dang sub and didn't even realize it was the wrong one. Mine had black olives on it. He doesn't like black olives. Mine was turkey. His was ham. I'm like, how do you not notice? Mine had mayonnaise. His had mustard. Anyway, I give him crap about that to this day. So then we got engaged in February of 2015. So we wasted no time because this is his second marriage, my first. And I think when you're in your 40s and you know, you start dating and you can tell it's real and you know, you just kind of know. It's like, why? What are we waiting for? You know what I mean? Like if we both knew we wanted to get married, I just didn't see any point of waiting because not getting any younger. So we got engaged on Valentine's Day in 2015, which is why I'm bringing up the story because he actually picked that day to propose. I already knew that we were going to get, you know, that he was going to propose. He had asked me like what kind of ring I wanted, and showed me a couple pictures, and like I narrowed it down to a few, but I didn't tell him, like he didn't tell me exactly which ring I was getting, so it was a surprise, that part of it. But I always wanted, ever since I was a little girl, an emerald for an engagement ring instead of a diamond, and it's probably cheesy to some people, but it came from Princess Diana. So I was 9 or 10 when the royal wedding happened, and I got up early and watched it with my mom, you know, in the middle of the night. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning here or something like that. And I just, when I was a little girl, I just looked up to her. I thought she was so beautiful. And her engagement ring, which now Kate, Princess Kate, Duchess Kate, I guess it is the sapphire with the diamonds around it. And I told my mom, even back then, you know, when I get older, I want one like that, but I want an emerald because that's my birthstone. So I got an emerald with the diamonds around it, and he gave it to me on Valentine's Day. And so this is right after we had gotten engaged, and this is obviously before I had my weight loss surgery, but you see how red my face was? Because I was, you know, I was so excited. We went to a really, really super fancy restaurant, and I pretty much knew it was going to happen that day, but he had bought a suit, and so I had a dress on with like a little sweater over it because it was freaking cold here. I don't even think it got above 0. That's how cold it was. I mean, so I had a dress on, but I wore tights and I was still freezing. But and the reason why he proposed on Valentine's Day was we had talked about it, like what our previous experiences were with dating and whatever. And I am going to cut this little piece off because this is driving me nuts. And I had told him that I never had a good Valentine's Day in all my like dating years. Like, these scissors are dull. That's better. That none of my, you know, previous boyfriends had ever really done anything good for Valentine's Day. Maybe just gone out to like Olive Garden for dinner or something. And I had dated somebody that, you know, forgot about Valentine. Forgot. Like, how can you forget, right? But didn't do anything. And I had another one that went to a Metallica concert with a bunch of guys on Valentine's Day. So no one's ever sent me flowers. Like, just never had a good Valentine's Day. So he was just bound and determined to change my mind about Valentine's Day, like from here on out. So that's what he did. We went out for a beautiful dinner. And then he proposed, and I knew it was coming. You know, I was pretty sure it was going to happen that day, and it did. Oh, I wish I had the picture. I took a picture of it, but I didn't print it out and put it in this album. He, so sweet. He bought from a local florist here, rose petals. And he put them on the bed in like a heart shape. So, like, I knew he was doing something upstairs because our bedroom is upstairs. We were downstairs in the living room, and he went upstairs. He's like, "Don't come up here." So I knew he was doing something, and so when I went upstairs, well, this was when we got back from the restaurant. He had made the heart shape on them. It was really, really pretty. I did take a picture of it, but I thought I had printed it and put it in the album, but it's not in here. So we tend to, since we had such a memorable Valentine's Day, we tend to kind of do it up pretty nice. Oh, I should see if I have that. Don't have that picture with me. Last year on Valentine's Day, we went to see the Lion King musical, and it was amazing. We went out for a really nice dinner first. Sadly, the restaurant that we got engaged at went out of business 2 or 3 years ago. So we were able to go back once after we got engaged on our anniversary, on our date-averse, or, you know, anniversary of when we got engaged on Valentine's Day. But when we tried to, the following year, we wanted to go back and they were out of business. So we just go to like just a nice restaurant. So last year we went to like the steakhouse, and then we went to see the Lion King. And then about a week or two after was when, you know, everything like shut down around here. So this year I don't know what we're going to do. The restaurants are open, you know, with limited capacity. I don't know how I feel. We've been trying to avoid going to restaurants. We went to one on our wedding anniversary last year. We went out of town and went to a nice restaurant because it was 5 years and we didn't want to just stay home because that's kind of a big one. But, you know, this is the 6th anniversary of when we got engaged. So it's not like it's a big monumental one. We'll probably just stay home, maybe get carry out or just make something. I'm not sure, but yes, we did get engaged and married in the same year. Again, goes to what I was saying about not waiting. When you're in your 40s, you know, like what are we waiting for? Why do we need a long engagement? So we just had a smallish wedding, less than 100 people. Wasn't super expensive, but I think it was fun. Only regret I have is our wedding photographer kind of stunk. Looking back at our pictures, I'm like, oh, they're terrible. He did engagement photos for us, and those turned out great, but they were outside, and he just apparently didn't know how to take inside photos, like with, you know, lights, because we got married in the evening, and the colors look weird, and I don't know. So I'm not happy with our wedding photos, but anyway, that's another story. Ricky gave me one of my gifts already for Valentine's Day. It came in the mail, or it was shipped one day last week, and he's like, here. Like, gee, thanks. So you might recognize this if you have kids. It's from Build-A-Bear. I love my stuffed animals. So, and I already saw it. I just wanted to show you guys. And they all come with these little birth certificate. He is 17 inches. Weight is 7 ounces. Eye color is brown. Fur color is medium brown. I gotta name him and put his date of birth on here, but I guess I've decided look at this little guy. I still have his tags on. I gotta cut his tags off, but so he's got a little balloon. It says I love you. And a little heart. This is Happy Valentine's Day. And then just because I love you on his little shirt. Isn't he cute? He's so soft. And I'm keeping him in the box only because I have to find a home for him in the room where Coco won't get in it, because she likes to eat stuffed animals. So that's how you can see some up there, and I have some on the dresser next to me, and I keep everything elevated that I don't want her to eat, because she's gonna think that's her baby. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that, and wanted to tell you our love story for Valentine's Day. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm going to take this off because it has been 15 minutes. And whoever gave this to me, I'm assuming someone gifted it to me. Thank you. Unless it came in one of my subscription boxes. If that's the case, thank you to whoever that was. But it feels really, really good. My skin has been very dry, so it feels amazing. Hope everybody's having a great Mask Monday. And I will see you soon on my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.